So I was thinking about, let's say, even my career, or so far, what I was doing for work, and impact on my life, and my impact on my work, and advice that I hear everywhere. People, I hear this advice: you should do what you love, what you like, and stuff like that. Well, it's true that you should do what you love, what you like, or it's not. It would be nice if you could do what you like for work or for business or just whatever you choose your path. But I don't think it's possible for many of us to do what we like. Like some people like singing, some people like dancing. Somebody wants to be, I don't know, athlete, but can't be athlete because they don't have natural abilities, right? Not everyone can play professional sports. Not everyone can be professional, singer or rock star. So we would like to be many things, but our natural abilities are key. So from my point of view, or from dealing with bosses, with companies, with clients, with vendors, and it has something to do with my previous video about the fact that nobody cares about your struggles, right, in life. Nobody cares about what's going on in your life besides yourself and a few other key people in your life. Most others, like bosses, partners, vendors, co-workers, they see you as a resource, all right? So if you're a good resource, they pay you good money. If you're good and scarce resource, they pay you good money. If you're not good resource, they're not paying you money, they find somebody else. So the thing is, you should do you should do something according to your natural abilities, right? You should do something. If you want to succeed in life, like in work or in business, you should do something you are naturally good at. I think that's the key. Something that comes naturally to you, that doesn't require your effort, all right? That doesn't require much effort, that requires minimal effort. So essentially, it's a matter of efficiency at output. You're like a machine. Imagine yourself to be a machine. You are designed to do certain things in life from your birth. If you do things that you're not designed to, you will spend 10 times more energy, nerves, and brain power, and electricity, and food, and effort to accomplish tasks, which other people will accomplish 10 times better than you. So they accomplish 10 times better than you. That's why they will succeed better and more than you, because they are better in doing certain things naturally. So this is what the key for everybody. And it doesn't matter what your age is. If something comes naturally to you and you can find that purpose, okay, find that way, path, skill, type of work that you can do, even if you are not necessarily enjoying it big time, but because you will do it on subconscious level, you will not notice how hard it is, basically. Maybe it will be boring, maybe it will be something, but you'll be doing a good job automatically. And other people, vendors, bosses, whoever they are, they feel it also on subconscious level. They see you're doing a good job. Oh, John is going to do a job, give this to John. John doing a good job with these things, right? Or Jane or John or, I don't know, Nicholas, anybody. So let me repeat, the key is to do something you're naturally good at. And then you can succeed easier, because it's really your energy is your resource, your nerves, your time, how much time you spend on certain tasks. It's your resource, right? And what you want to do you want to imagine yourself being a business. You want produce maximum output with minimal effort, just like anybody else. That's efficiency. If you're doing something you are not naturally capable to or good at, you will spend so much energy that you'll get exhausted. and you may not like it because you get exhausted. All right, or even you think you like it, but it will be so hard that you'll start hating it. You'll start, not liking your career, your path. It will be depression, stuff like that. You don't want that to go that path. You should do what you like, but it's easy to say, obviously. It's difficult to find what you're good at. Some people find out it when they're children. Some people never find it out. So there are several ways to find it out, what you're good at, right? One way is when you're young, when you're a kid, basically listen to yourself. See what you spend your time on, what type of activities. Is it like, say, I liked reading biology when I was a kid. I wanted to be different things, but I really liked animals, nature, biology, and in fact, I was really good at biology. I read those biology books before we were assigned them in school, for example, right? So I was relieved from one biology class because I already knew everything. I just took exam. And they said, and the teacher said, everything. You don't have to come to class, because I knew it. And now I understand that was my thing, right? I understood it later because I was wanting to be different things, but biology just came naturally. It came so naturally that I didn't notice that it's my thing. Probably I only could see it from outside, but I wasn't on outside, I was on inside. I didn't understand. I just was interested in those things without understanding that I'm interested in those things. So your subconscious, on your subconscious level, you feel, what they say, with your guts. You usually feel with your guts what you like, because your subconscious will tell you what you're good at. That's what you need to figure out. But in modern world, it's much easier because there are certain job aptitude or career aptitude tests, which you can, assessments or career assessments, which you can take to try to figure out what you're naturally up to, right? How you feel about it. So when you take those tests, you should be unbiased and not try to persuade the machine to finish tests in certain direction. All right, you should just do what you can do. So I will not give you examples, but there are things that I understand. Like I'm occasionally doing some career tests, and I do a lot of legal work for a long time now, and including for the same vendor. And while I understand that because I do that work, probably they like what I do. I tried to do other things, try occasionally to take other tests, and I found a couple of other avenues which I'm naturally good at. Basically, I don't have formal education in certain area, but when I take the test, I just guess things. I get it, right? There's certain logic to it. I understand it. It may not sound like fun, but I'm just subconsciously, I take those tests, I get 80% right, 70% right, right? Well, maybe 60% right, but I get it without formal education. I just understand it. What it means? It means that probably I have some natural abilities to perform those tasks in those areas. Maybe I should look at it. Maybe I should see if I can take additional course or online or in person for it and see if I like it. Yes, career change is difficult, and initially you'll be paid nothing, like literally nothing. But once you progress, especially if you're good at it, once you progress, you will reach certain level of career and level of pay sooner. I hope what I said makes sense. Versus, doing things which you're naturally good at, which will make your life easier, basically. Maybe not necessarily happier, but easier, and then it will be happier. because you'll be able to do it easily, at any time of the day, at night, on weekend, if necessary, part-time, full-time, versus doing that, how to say, what makes you happy. What makes you happy, you'll do on your own time, and maybe turn it into business. That's another thing. We'll talk about it later. But I think because our world is based on money, I said, and on how much based on income, on money, how much you get paid. So what you want to do is you want to maximize your earning ability and efforts. So you got to do what you're naturally good at, right? And this will maximize your earning ability with minimal effort, and then you can have sufficient time maybe to do what you want on the free time, and maybe you can, learn that well and actually succeed in that area then. I do know some people who are extremely successful in certain areas, like doing legal work, for example, too. But they do many other things on the side, including business, actual business or investments. Though they make money in the legal world, and then they invest in the business world. And they're not necessarily fond of doing legal work, but they're good at it. And they're so good that they continue to do it for many years. But they do things on the side which they like, right? Like I said, investments, for example, building businesses. That's example of person getting the right skills, right skill set, and exploiting the opportunity of having certain skill set. And this is what I recommend: doing things that you're naturally good at. Figure it out, and you can do it at any age. Obviously, in 50, changing careers or finding out about yourself when you're 50 is much harder. I mean, how to say, it's much harder to change career in 50 versus change something when you're 25. But it's not the end of the world. You can do it in 50. It's better to do it in 50 than at 80. Much better, or at 70. You still have 20, 25 years of potential career, which you can do. So, and obviously you understand that at 50 probably it doesn't make sense to change career to hard physical labor, for example, right? Because you're getting older. So you got to do something else. You got to take those factors into account too. Basically, I think this is it. That's it. What I want to say. Because additionally, when you do something you're naturally good at, it's more about also job security, right? So it's hard to explain exactly how it feels, but you're like, oh, yeah, I can do it easily. You beat your competition, basically, because we're a competition. You compete with other people. Almost every job that you have out there, there is competition. So when you're doing something you're naturally good at, you literally beat the competition hands down, and other people can feel it and can see it. And another example, the coding, right? Coding is very popular right now, and it will be popular, programming coding, for the next decades to come. Not everybody can code. That's for sure. Not everybody can code, because coding, it has its own special machine logic, and there are some people who are just not wired for that. They say they're more emotional, they're more like artistic or something like that. So not everybody can code, but you can try to code and see if you like it. But if you, for example, cannot become coder, it's not the end of the world. We have new professions coming up right now, and new professions probably being developed, like in terms of maybe design, or even related to computers, or related to artificial intelligence. Or artificial intelligence will create new opportunities and new jobs. You got to explore it. For example, one of the things that people do now, they rewrite articles written by artificial intelligence, because sometimes artificial intelligence does a really poor job. And there are certain requirements for article, for example, on Google. And so people are with natural writing ability. Like not everybody can write well, right? and understand the structure of the text, the persuasion, how it's supposed to be, the readability. But some people have those skills naturally, and they work become full-time. Not everybody can writer, but there will be like that type of work too. So you need to learn new tools, find out the tools that you like, and maybe find a job opportunity related to that tool. Because if you're naturally good at it, at using that tool, it will be easy. It will not be a job for you. It will be like a hobby, just long hobby. Overall, it's much easier, said than be done. But generally, this is the idea. I really hope you find what you like, what you are naturally good at, and the sooner you find, of course, the better. But the later you find, you may be actually, when you're later in your 40s, 50s, you may actually have better understanding on what you're good at, right? What your natural abilities are, versus when you're 25, when you have ambitions rather than understanding. And those ambitions may interfere into your perception of reality of what you can do. And I had those ambitions. I had several educations. And now looking back, I understand I did good in some of them. I did much better in some of the areas, or like in some of the classes, much better, I understood much better, but I didn't choose that path. Even within my profession, when I perform work, I didn't choose the path that I was good at, because, that was a matter of finding a job and started working in a certain area. And now I work in an area which I know I'm not the best. I'm good, but I'm not the best at that area. Those areas which I was best at, based on my education, my exams, my tests, looking back, I understand I should have tried a little bit harder to get into those areas, even within my profession. It's not too late, by the way. So that's what I wish you find. I wish you find your natural path. And trust me, it will make your life much easier, because it will make your work much easier, then it will make your life much easier, and you will automatically become happier. Because it's still a matter of income, you still make your income, but you make income with much less effort, meaning you have more time and nerves and energy to pursue other things. And another thing, your thing is, like they say, if you cannot stop talking about something or cannot stop doing something, that's probably your thing. All right. If you like to do carpeting, or I don't know, if you enjoy plumbing, or if you just love fixing your car, that could be your thing. And another point to remember is people who can do, people who are talented, or generally people who are capable of doing several different things well, right? Usually humans are not multitasking, but multi-talented. And if you usually a human is capable, one single human is capable of doing 2-3 things well. Like, again, I knew a lawyer who was excellent and like fixing boards. He had a board, he loved the board, he loved actually fixing it himself, cleaning, polishing, changing, engines, oil, like he was really good at it. And when he was retired, he essentially went into that. It's not exactly business, but he would actually help other people to fix boards, because he loved it very much, and he was naturally good at it. He understood what he's supposed to do, how the board. He understood things. For example, I don't understand anything about boards, right? And he understood it. Same with fixing cars. I know a new accountant who was really good at fixing cars. He was also good at accounting, but he could, if he wanted to become a mechanic, he could, because he knew about cars very well. He knew about engine, everything inside. He could fix pretty much anything himself, except some complicated electric wire stuff. And this is what I'm talking about. You may have different talents. So I wish you develop those talents. I wish you find those talents, your natural talents and abilities. I wish you find what to do with it, develop those talents, and find your path based on those talents, succeed and enjoy your life. Now, I'm going to stop talking because it's been 20 minutes of this rant. I think video is long enough, so I wish you good luck.